In a shocking turn of events that has left WWE fans worldwide in utter disbelief, Rhea Reaply, one of the most electrifying and dominant superstars in recent wrestling history, has reportedly been forced to retire. But what makes this news even more jaw-dropping is the rumor swirling around the wrestling world that Vince McMahon himself may be at the center of the controversy.
There is sexual harassment amongst the wrestlers or employees of the World Wrestling Federation today.
There is a possibility of that. That's why I have these independent investigators to come in.
And who are these independent investigators?
Fairfax Group Limited.
Would you therefore believe that because of all these allegations coming forward and more corroborating evidence proving that there's no doubt sexual harassment is running rampant in the World Wrestling Federation, that you are definitely going to come public and do something about it?
Why wouldn't I?
Because you haven't done anything about it until it became public, because you thought it was under the water.
Because I had no knowledge of it.
I made knowledge of it to you when I was fired, and you just blew it off and let me go. I retained a lawyer.
Because you were not very good. You were not a very good announcer. You could not. That's the only reason why you got job.
I didn't sleep with your vice president. 2 weeks later, I'm fired.
Why didn't you say right then? Why didn't you say, hey, look, Vince.
The rumors, which started flooding social media just moments ago, suggest that Ripley's retirement is connected to her unexpected pregnancy, a pregnancy allegedly linked to none other than McMahon himself. The sheer magnitude of this revelation is causing waves in the WWE universe, sparking questions about the future of Ripley, the impact on the WWE's image, and the very legacy of McMahon himself. The news broke in a whirlwind, and every fan, critic, and wrestling aficionado is on the edge of their seat, watching as the details continue to unfold. This isn't just a story about a superstar's unexpected exit. It's a story that digs into the deeply intertwined narratives of fame, power, and scandal that have come to define the WWE over the years. As we dive deeper, we'll explore the allegations surrounding McMahon, the whispers of past controversies, and how this stunning development could reshape the future of WWE as we know it. Prepare to be pulled into the heart of wrestling's biggest bombshell in years as we unravel the shocking details surrounding Ripley's alleged retirement.
Might be used as evidence to support Grant's argument. Vince's attorney responded to the suit with a statement which included this comment. More than 30 years ago, the columnist Phil Muchnick tried to make headlines with these same false claims. Those allegations were never proven and ultimately became the subject of a defamation lawsuit against Mr. Muchnick. Inside the Ropes noted, Rosenberg added that the current claims are based on absurd, defamatory, and utterly meritless statements, and affirmed that McMahon will vigorously defend himself. There's no report of a reply from Linda McMahon or anyone representing her, but we will continue monitoring this story, and as we'll see next, a past story has resurfaced that casts new light on the allegations against Mel Phillips and whether the FBI had evidence supporting the victim's claims. So did the FBI know about the alleged misconduct? Another story that has come to light regarding the recent lawsuit. This too deals with alleged conduct that may be disturbing and or trigger survivors of abuse, so please skip to our next story if that is the case.
Her supposed connection with McMahon, and the fan reactions that are setting social media ablaze. From her meteoric rise in the WWE to her position as one of the most beloved figures in sports entertainment, Rhea Reaply has captivated fans worldwide, known for her fierce in-ring presence, her unapologetic attitude, and a unique persona that has shattered traditional expectations of women in wrestling. Reaply has inspired countless fans who see her as a trailblazer. Her matches have been a display of brute strength, elegance, and pure grit, making her an icon in the WWE universe. Fans have watched her grow, celebrated her victories, and even shared in her struggles, making this recent turn of events not only shocking but deeply personal for millions who have looked up to her. And then there's Vince McMahon, the man who built the WWE into the powerhouse that it is today, known for his bold, sometimes controversial decisions. For decades, McMahon has been the puppet master of wrestling, pulling the strings behind every twist, every story, every larger-than-life character that graced the WWE ring. He's shaped the careers of superstars, crafted iconic moments, and navigated WWE through its highest peaks and most challenging lows. However, McMahon's legacy isn't without blemish. Past controversies have long shadowed his career, from legal battles to accusations that tested his and WWE's resilience. But nothing comes close to the level of shock and scandal that these recent allegations have brought forth. The story is made even more complex by the rumors surrounding alleged inappropriate conduct from McMahon.
Vince McMahon. A lot of stories have come out with Vince McMahon, right?
This guy.
A lot of stories have come out with Vince McMahon. Did he do it? Did he not do it? The word that I disagree that they're using with Vince is what? Human trafficking.
Yeah.
Human
We've heard
trafficking.
this one before.
Yeah.
But the key word is human trafficking.
Yep.
Human trafficking is one thing, okay? That's not where you're actually trafficking people, making money. It's a business model, all of that you're doing, that Epstein and some people who are been accused of in politics that have been involved in on that island, that the report is going to be coming out with more names, and Whitney Webb and those types of things. Well, she wrote a couple books on it. This is a bit of an older interview with Vince McMahon. Somebody sent me. I think it's worth watching. Go ahead and play this, Rob.
While neither WWE nor McMahon has commented publicly on these allegations, the rumors have only intensified. Social media is alive with speculation, with some fans expressing disbelief while others question the power dynamics at play. The allegations have reignited discussions about McMahon's past controversies, with some fans drawing parallels and others emphasizing that without concrete evidence, these remain unsubstantiated rumors. It's a situation that's left many feeling uneasy about the company they've long supported and the man who has shaped the WWE for generations. In the midst of this bombshell, it's impossible to ignore the heartbreak that this has caused for fans of Rhea Reaply. Her journey in WWE has been marked by defying odds and rewriting the narrative for female wrestlers. With a unique charisma and an intensity rarely matched, Ripley became a role model for young women aspiring to break boundaries and redefine what's possible. For her fans, this sudden departure feels like a punch to the gut, leaving them to grapple with questions of how and why this could have happened. "I just can't believe it," said one fan on social media. "Rhea was everything to us. She was powerful, she was fearless, and to see her forced out like this is devastating." Another fan posted, "I've been following Rhea's career since day one, and I never expected it to end like this. We has to do better." The outpouring of love, frustration, and shock is palpable, with fans rallying behind Ripley, hoping for answers and demanding accountability. The WWE has been the stage for countless moments of triumph and heartbreak, and this recent development is another chapter in its storied, often turbulent, history. In an absolutely mind-bending twist that has ignited a firestorm of gossip and controversy, fresh rumors are swirling around WWE's Vince McMahon, tying him to shocking allegations and the supposed forced retirement of WWE superstar Rhea Reaply. The story unfolding is one that nobody could have predicted, sending shockwaves through the world of professional wrestling and beyond. From
It's next door neighbor to a dive, and that is the last fucking thing we want in mixed martial arts is fixed fights.
Right.
Which is weird because it's owned by the same people that own WWE now.
Right.
Which is kind of crazy.
They've had a good week. Yeah, it's a good week to be in the WWE.
Yo, dude, that Vince McMahon is wild. That boy's out there.
I read this. I couldn't get through the text messages. I started trying to read them, and I was like, I don't want to read. This is like poison.
But the thing is, when I see that dude with his shirt off, he's 80 years old, he's got a chain around his neck. What, are you shocking me with this information?
Yeah.
Don't you think it takes a lot to get that guy going?
No, it's. You're saying he needed to send all those text messages to get aroused at that
I
age?
think he probably needs a lot just for stimulation. Listen, he's a billionaire.
Right.
He's been running pro wrestling for fucking decades. He's world famous CEO of this giant fucking multinational company, pro wrestling company. He's also in pro wrestling.
Right.
He gets out there and competes. He does it.
Yeah, I guess
or,
at a certain,
performs, I should say.
At a certain point, I guess, if you're that through the looking glass of reality, you become a heel in life. Life is heel and everything is a match.
Yeah, if you're going to be really successful at putting together pro wrestling, probably be pro wrestling all day long.
You got to stick with it.
Yeah.
the sidelines to the forefront of social media, wrestling fans and critics alike are captivated by this bombshell. In this tell-all analysis, We'll unpack the alleged rumors of a possible scandal, delve into it, Vince McMahon's previous controversies, and attempt to piece together the puzzle that's rocked the WWE universe to its core. Could this latest story be a tipping point in McMahon's career? And what does this mean for the powerhouse of WWE as we know? This wasn't the only time McMahon found himself in the middle of controversy. Storylines in WWE programming, largely driven by his creative vision, frequently pushed the boundaries of societal norms. His edgy, sometimes questionable narrative decisions were a signature of the infamous Attitude Era of the late 1990s and early 2000s, a time when WWE programming embraced shocking, risk themes. While this era attracted immense viewership and helped WWE achieve unprecedented popularity, it also raised concerns about the treatment of female talent and the overtly adult themes displayed on national television. Many fans loved the raw and rebellious nature of WWE during this period, but critics argued that it objectified and exploited its performers, especially the women. One of the most talked about controversies tied to McMahon occurred in relation to the way WWE handled certain female wrestlers. Female WWE talent often appeared in roles that were heavily sexualized, a creative decision that McMahon frequently defended as part of the entertainment value. Over the years, several former WWE female wrestlers have spoken out about their experiences within the organization, revealing moments of discomfort or frustration over the pressures to perform certain roles that emphasized appearance over athleticism. Some even alleged that they felt they were pushed into roles or storylines that didn't fully respect their boundaries. These critiques, which resurfaced whenever allegations involving WWE management appeared, hint at a culture where power dynamics could often overshadow respect and professionalism. As the
Bushwhack brothers,
pull those guys up.
sardines.
Those guys are amazing.
Bushwhack brothers
Licking each other on the head.
If you're
Rob, you were part of
if
that
you're not
Bushwhackers
related
crew.
to these guys, then we're never talking again. The
Rob,
Bushwhack
that's
brothers.
100%.
Look at
That's
Rob and
Rob.
his cousin. Look at that.
These guys video.
Eating sardines and licking people's
That
faces.
was wrestling was great. Make wrestling great again.
I love
Here's
it.
what I can tell you about Vince McMahon. All these allegations, human trafficking allegations, sexual misconduct allegations, sexual harassment allegations, all allegations. But I'm very comfortable with labeling him a total creep. We all know some creepy ass dudes out there. You've heard these stories about what he's doing with the girl with the dildos.
The
and
text is insane. I couldn't read them.
and
I was just like, okay, I'm
some
good.
of the weirdest stuff ever. Total creep.
Like all
Vince
those texts,
McMahon.
that's just that regular, Saturday night for Tom. But for him, that's disgusting.
Tom, it's gonna be okay.
I love Tom.
Okay, but I'm wearing a Future Looks Bright shirt, the purple and gold, the one that was a limited one that we did last week, and I'm wearing a purple and gold.
These recent rumors regarding McMahon and Ripley spread, fans can't help but wonder how deeply this issue could cut. Vince McMahon is not just a name, he's a symbol, a legacy, and a deeply complex character who's defined WWE for generations. There's a powerful dichotomy in how fans view McMahon as both the genius mastermind behind WWE's success and the figurehead of its more contentious moments. The speculation surrounding McMahon's relationship with Ripley, alleged or not, touches on larger conversations about the treatment of female athletes in WWE. These rumors have reignited questions about respect, boundaries, and professionalism, an industry known for its theatrics and drama. The rumors have set social media ablaze, with fans, wrestlers, and media personalities weighing in on the story. Some longtime fans are hesitant to believe such a claim about McMahon, citing his history of championing WWE's growth to consistently pushing the envelope in the name of entertainment. This man made WWE what it is today, one Twitter user said. It's hard to believe he'd risk it all for something like this. Others, however, believe there's a troubling pattern here, with one fan remarking, "This is not the first time something like this has come up. Where there's smoke, there's fire." As more wrestling fans and casual viewers join the conversation, a lingering question remains: will WWE address the allegations? Historically, the organization has been tight-lipped about issues that could affect its image, but the nature and scale of these rumors may demand an official response. McMahon's reputation, as well as WWE's future, could be at stake if these stories continue to dominate headlines. While there's no conclusive evidence or confirmation of any wrongdoing, the weight of public opinion is powerful, and as more people learn of the allegations, the pressure on WWE to act only grows. While the truth behind these recent claims remains to be seen, the rumors themselves have already cast a shadow. For fans of Rhea Reaply, her unexpected exit is a loss that feels deeply personal.
Your vice president made a pass at me. You never told me that. No one had any knowledge. Human resources had no knowledge of that. Renee Dubose was waiting to hear your story. Why did you wait 6 months? You asked me for $160,000 today, otherwise you were coming on this program. I'm happy you're on this program.
Mr. McMahon, do not try to deflect the truth here. First
What are
and
you
foremost,
asking for? How much money have you asked for?
I have never asked for any amount of money from you. You have tried to buy me off to shut up so I wouldn't come forward and tell of these allegations that's running through the World Wrestling Federation.
No, I mean, listen.
So
Go ahead.
What year was that?
I don't know what year that is, Rob. It's an older video because he definitely doesn't look like that. 1992, 32 years
Was the
ago.
vice president
92?
Was the vice president a female that was trying to hit on this guy, or was it a guy?
Nah, they were, sword fighting. Big plans.
There have been accusations of homosexual
activities.
Yes, with underage children in the WWF as far back as the 80s. There used to be, there were a group of boys, I believe they were called the Ring Boys, who accused certain WWE executives of having sex with them while they were underage. I mean, these allegations against Vince McMahon are nothing new. They go back to the 80s. There have been women that claim that he forced the woman to give him sexual favors in limousines. He was sued by Brock Lesnar's wife after she was fired from the WWF back in, I'd like to say, the late 90s, early 2000s.
Ripley brought something uniquely powerful to the WWE universe and energy, a defiance and a spirit that resonated with audiences. Her sudden departure has left fans questioning what really goes on behind the scenes and whether there's more to WWE than meets the eye. The story of Vince McMahon's journey with the WWE is one that stretches across decades, defining not only his career, but the entire landscape of professional wrestling. From the very beginning, McMahon's vision for WWE was nothing short of revolutionary, transforming a small regional wrestling promotion into a global entertainment powerhouse. His ambition and daring creativity led to the birth of what we now know as World Wrestling Entertainment, a name synonymous with the glitz, drama, and larger-than-life personalities that wrestling fans adore. But the story of McMahon and WWE is filled with moments of triumph and shadows of controversy, with every twist and turn adding another layer to the intricate tapestry that is WWE's legacy. Vince McMahon's journey in the wrestling world began with his father, Vince McMahon Sr., who founded the Capital Wrestling Corporation (CWC), which later became the Worldwide Wrestling Federation (WWE) early 1960s. McMahon Sr.'s focus was on creating a local wrestling business that could entertain fans along the East Coast of the United States. When McMahon Jr. entered the picture, however, his ambition was to make wrestling a mainstream spectacle, something that could capture national and eventually global attention. In 1982, Vince Jr. purchased the company from his father, rebranding it as the World Wrestling Federation (WWF) and setting out to redefine professional wrestling as an entertainment juggernaut. This would be the starting point of McMahon's journey from businessman to cultural icon, one who would change wrestling forever.
WWE. At top of today's news is a recent lawsuit filed against Vince McMahon. However, this lawsuit is also naming Vince's wife Linda, along with the WWE's parent company TKO Holdings, which own WWE. Now please note that this story contains disturbing information and it may trigger survivors of abuse, so you may want to skip to our third story. But let's look at the allegations and the response from Vince's attorney. USA Today is reporting that the 5 former WWE ring boys are suing Vince McMahon, Linda McMahon, and WWE, alleging negligence for allowing systematic and pervasive abuse of underage children. The complaint and demand for a jury trial was filed on behalf of 5 John Does in Baltimore County Circuit Court on Wednesday.
In the early years, McMahon took monumental risks. He wasn't afraid to challenge the norms and traditions that dominated the wrestling world, including breaking the long-standing unwritten rules that prohibited one promotion from invading another's territory. This bold move led to conflicts with other wrestling organizations, many of whom resented McMahon's aggressive expansion efforts. But his determination paid off, allowing WWF to expand nationwide and attract talent from across the country. McMahon knew that in order to achieve his vision, he needed stars who could transcend the ring and become household names. With this in mind, he sought out charismatic, larger-than-life personalities people like Hulk Hogan, Macho Man Randy Savage, and Andre the Giant, who became the faces of WWF's explosive growth in the 1980s. One of McMahon's most significant contributions to the wrestling world was his creation of WrestleMania in 1985. WrestleMania was a revolutionary idea, a wrestling show that combined the athleticism of professional wrestling with the spectacle of a Hollywood production. For the first WrestleMania, McMahon took a huge financial gamble, pouring everything he had into the event and partnering with celebrities to bring mainstream attention to the WWF. The gamble paid off, as WrestleMania I became a resounding success, paving the way for what would become an annual extravaganza. WrestleMania was proof that McMahon's vision of wrestling as entertainment could capture the imagination of millions, and from that point forward, there was no looking back. Over the years, McMahon continued to push the boundaries, creating unforgettable rivalries, unforgettable events, and iconic storylines that would keep fans on the edge of their seats. In the 1990s, he introduced the Attitude Era, a period that was marked by edgier, more adult-themed content, appealing to a generation craving a raw, unfiltered entertainment experience. This era was fueled by unforgettable characters like Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, and D-Generation X. McMahon himself became a character during this period,
is something that we've talked about on videos and has been talked about in wrestling news for a while. The Ring Boy program in WWE was headed up by Terry Garvin and Mel Phillips, who worked underneath Terry. Tom Cole was a former Ring Boy in WWE in the late 80s and the early 90s, and he accused Terry Garvin and Mel Phillips of abuse and harassment of underage boys in 1992.
Playing the villainous Mr. McMahon, who clashed with Austin in one of the most memorable storylines in wrestling history. The Attitude Era not only boosted WWF's ratings, but solidified McMahon's ability to adapt and innovate in an ever-changing entertainment landscape. However, McMahon's journey has not been without its challenges and controversies. In 1994, he faced federal charges related to the distribution of steroids within the company, a scandal that threatened to bring down everything he had built. The trial was a high-stakes affair, with McMahon and WWF's reputation hanging in the balance. McMahon ultimately emerged from the scandal acquitted, but the experience left a mark on WWE's image and underscored the high-pressure world that McMahon navigated daily. McMahon faced scrutiny from critics who argued that his aggressive, often controversial, approach to business pushed the limits of both ethics and propriety. Through the 2000s, WWE continued to grow, solidifying itself as a global brand. McMahon launched WWE's PG era in 2008, focusing on family-friendly content and adapting WWE to an evolving audience. This period marked WWE's transformation into a multimedia empire with video games, movies, and partnerships with major networks. In recent years, however, McMahon's role in WWE has been under intense scrutiny. As CEO and chairman, he made decisions that sometimes polarized the fanbase. The whispers of controversy never fully disappeared, and questions surrounding WWE's culture and treatment of talent have resurfaced time and again. The fans' reaction to these developments has been nothing short of explosive. WWE's fan base is known for its passion and loyalty, and the sudden news of Ripley's alleged forced retirement, paired with the rumors surrounding McMahon, has sparked an emotional outpouring across social media. For many, the news feels deeply personal. Ripley's presence in WWE was a source of inspiration, a breath of fresh air, and her sudden departure has left a void that will be hard to fill. The fan reaction is a testament to the power of WWE stars and storylines to connect on a personal level. Ripley's departure isn't just the loss of another wrestler, it's a disruption to the WWE universe, a shift that fans feel as if they've lost a friend. Through every peak and valley in Vince McMahon's journey with WWE, he has been a lightning rod for controversy. Figure both celebrated and criticized. The latest chapter, filled with swirling rumors and the emotional reaction of fans, is a powerful reminder that McMahon's legacy, like the wrestling world he shaped, is as complex and unpredictable as ever. Want to be the first to know about shocking WWE updates and epic matches? Subscribe now and turn on notifications to stay ahead of the game.